Hit the bell button so you can get notifications every time I upload a new video, and smash the like button. So, how are we doing? OMG, I got some rest today. I know. What? I know. I actually went to bed earlier, it was like 8:30. I was on the phone with Drea. I was talking to her, and she was just talking and talking and talking, and I was falling asleep. And then she goes, "Are you falling asleep?" And I was like, "Huh? No, no." Huh? No, no, no. I wasn't falling asleep. So good thing I'm not. I'm here. I'm back. And so I wanted to just do a quick collective reading. I hope everybody's doing well out there. I'm doing okay for the moment. So let's get into a reading. Let's go ahead and find out what we need to find out. Let's see what we can see. And let's get into just finding out what the energy might just be. So, all right, Spirit, clear and concise messages. Clear and concise messages. My archangels, the spirit guides, ancestors, with the highest intuitive abilities, we ask that you join us for this reading. Give us clear, concise, accurate messages that are to help the collective audience with whatever they need help with. Clear and concise. Okay, first card that just comes out even before I get a shuffle is the Ten of Cups. I'm not taking all those cards. That's just doing the most. Ten of Cups. The Ten of Cups is all about that wish fulfillment. It's just all about this kind of happy space, happy place. Kind of all of the wishes that we wish for. So many possibilities and opportunities. Just going to take that too. So we've got the Ten of Cups. We've got the Six of Wands. We've got the Seven of Cups. And we've got the Goddess of Pentacles as well. Hi, how are you? Welcome to my channel. So with the Ten of Cups being here, this is all about having that success in love with the Ten of Cups and the Six of Wands. We have opportunities, options, cups, full of cups and full of opportunities, options, kind of full of abundance here, especially with the Goddess of Pentacles. So I feel as though there's a lot of opportunities out here that somebody may be able to take advantage of. I'm also seeing, though, the Ten of Cups and the Six of Wands is really about having that success in love and connection. And this may be what somebody's wanting, what they've been thinking about, etc. Yeah, so right now this is a collective reading, absolutely. So then we've got the Six of Wands, we've got the Ten of Cups, and this is really about having, it's like your wish is to have this successful love and connection, right? And we also, it seems like these two sides, though, are separate to some degree. I mean, they're together, but they're also separate, which is very interesting because I've never felt like that before with a reading. Now, we've got the Seven of Cups here with the Goddess of Pentacles. So I feel like there are a lot of opportunities as well that is leading to your stability and abundance financially. But I've also got to say that, as these two energies can come together, this can also be lots of options to be successful in love as well. So that it can apply in different ways. So it doesn't particularly have to mean that you've got like all these men or all these women, to choose from. But it could mean that the one person that you desire or that you're with or that you want to be with, you've got a lot of options and opportunities to work towards or to have success with finances as well as with the love factor as well. So maybe are you looking at those options? Another thing is I've got here down at the bottom of the deck, we've got the Three of Cups. For me, oftentimes the Three of Cups does represent like friendships. It represents having a good time with your friends, spending time with your friends, whatever you can do with your friends. This is all about friends and friendships. So here's why I want to say that the way in which we are like looking at love does not only have to be about romantic love as well, because we have our families, we've got our friends, we've got our, our pets, we've got the coworkers, some of them, when you love your coworkers, okay. So we've got many options and opportunities to express love and to receive love from others. I think we have to, at times it's about allowing ourselves to see and receive those elements of love as well. But I do want to say that, um, so this is obviously about, romantic love, because this is the Ten of Cups. Okay. And look at it. It's pretty much a romance, right? I think that's romantic. So, as it relates to this reading, the romance is here, but I also see somebody who has good friendships, good romance, lots of abundance, the opportunity to have a lot of success in their life. I don't know why these cards are here though. So let's go ahead and pull another deck and let's find out what this message is really about. Okay. Because it's kind of very general. It's not really targeted towards anything specific. Wow. The Ten of Cups is out again. So 10 of Cups and the 10 of Cups are right on top of each other. 10 and 10. Both of those are 10 of Cups. Okay. So let's see what else is here, because that's interesting. All right. 7 of Swords. Okay. So we've got the 6 of Swords and the 7 of Swords. All right. What else? So I was just kind of gathering some kind of general collective, just like a general message here, right? So like a general overall energy. And these are the cards that are coming out. So let's just, see if the interpretation comes out with the cards that come out. Because sometimes the cards that come out, they help you to further like interpret what's trying to be said or what the message is that Spirit wants to share here. 2 of Cups over here with the 8 of Wands. Somebody wants to communicate, okay? Some partner wants to communicate. I don't know. You're looking apprehensive. Like, I don't know if that's a good idea. I don't know if I should talk to you. Okay. Empress is over here like, I don't know. I don't know about all that. Okay. Hey, Mama Cloud, how's it going? So look, let's take a look here. Let me just kind of gather the vibe, the feeling that I'm feeling about these cards that just came out. We've got the 10 of Cups with the 10 of Cups. We've got the 6 of Wands with the 7 of Wands. We've got the 7 of Cups with the Page of Wands. And we've got the Goddess of Pentacles with the World card. Additional cards that came out were the 2 of Cups and the 8 of Wands. Well, I definitely feel like, somebody wants to communicate about a partnership. There's a message definitely here about a partnership or a connection. Okay, so that's over here, right there. Furthermore, I feel like there's just a lot of love here. I do feel like, let's just say that the top row is about one person and the bottom row is about another person. If that's the case, okay, then there's a lot of love here. There's love on both sides, okay? So just know that. But if this is just, one whole togetherness reading about one person or their own energy, then I could just say that we have somebody who's full of love, okay? Somebody who's full of wishes as well, right? Because the 10 of Cups doesn't just come in when we're talking about like love and stuff like that. It's talking about like the fulfillment of love, like the culmination of love, like the emotional, the culmination of like an emotional, bountiful emotions, right? A lot of emotions, a lot of feelings. What we know with this 10 of Cups is that it's usually always depicting some sort of family, 2 kids, a couple and 2 kids, And the wish that you have is that you have these happy children who are bouncing around, playing around with each other, and a happy love in your life, right? And so I do see that if this is not about an actual physical, situation or relationship, then it's about what somebody thinks about or what they want or what they would like to have in their life. So we also have the 6 of Wands and the 7 of Swords. So the 6 of Wands brings in the energy of like abundance, or like not abundance, victory, okay? But victory what? The 7 of Swords can talk about escaping, okay? So we also have the 7 of Cups and the Page of Wands. So I feel like somebody is just getting a lot of support right now, okay? And maybe the support that you've needed is really coming through right now. So like whatever support you may have, like, so it's like, you know what happens? Like, let's just say you're somebody who saves, right? You're a saver. Being a saver, You take money and you're like, you're working, and you just putting money to the side, putting money to the side, putting money to the side. So much so that you don't even look at it. You don't even know how much is there. You don't even know what's going on over there because that ain't my business until I need it, right? Like until it's time for me to use it, go buy a house or do what I need to do. I don't know what's over there. Just put it away. So, maybe this is what's happening. It's like it's like all of those get out of jail free cards. You just put them away, put them away, put them away. You know how when you play Monopoly, right? When you're playing Monopoly, you know, I don't know about you guys, but me, I put all my get out of jail free cards right underneath. You know, I put it in my pocket until it's time for me to use it, right? And I don't use them just like if I'm passing by, I don't use it. And usually I don't use it immediately when I get in jail unless I have a lot of properties. And depending upon the rules, like if the rules say, oh, you can't sit in jail and collect rent, then I'm getting the hell out of there. Here's my get out of jail free card. I'm getting the hell out of here. But if I can sit in jail and collect rent, I'm gonna sit there. I'm gonna keep rolling. I'm gonna keep rolling. I'm not gonna trip, right? So I guess it just depends on the rules of the game, and it also depends upon you know, like how much actual property I have out there. Now let's see if I've got like a moderate amount of properties, I might sit there for a little bit. But if I have no properties, or if I have a lot of properties and I can't collect rent while I'm sitting in jail, then I'm getting the hell out of here. So I'll use my get out of jail free card. But for those times where I don't need to use my get out of free jail card, I'll roll until I get a double, you know? So I feel like, you know, if you have been somebody who's like not had to use your get out of jail free cards, or you've been like putting them in the back pocket just in case, like one day I might need this, let me put this in my pocket. This is what I'm seeing. I'm seeing that you've got a lot of support coming around you right now, a lot of support. And the good thing about this support is that some of it is, it's almost angelic, right? And here's the reason why I say that, because in the Six of Wands, she's sitting on a cloud. Nobody sits on the clouds, okay? I mean, our mind does not perceive anything or anybody sitting on the cloud unless it's God or unless it's an angel. Okay, so like anybody else, like you can't sit on the cloud. You're gonna die. Okay, if you try to sit on the cloud. Okay, so the only things in our mindset that we can perceive as sitting on a cloud is an angel or God, right? So other than that, anybody else that tries to sit on a cloud, well, get ready to hit the ground, because that's what's gonna happen. Like it's physically impossible. So I feel like this is almost like, I wanted to say the word karmic, but not in a bad way, because we often place the word karmic in a negative connotation. But the way that I am looking at this is like I said, those get out of jail free cards that you put in your back pocket, or that savings that you keep saving but you never look at it. And then the moment where somebody's like, I got this beautiful house, it's this, and it's on sale, it's a deal, all you need is 20K down. And you're like, I love this house, I really want this house. Do I have 20K? Do I have 20K? You go look in your bank account, you got 50K in there. Oh yeah, boom, 20K. It's easy. It's a no-brainer. Okay? It's a no-brainer. So what I'm trying to convey right now, and I kind of feel like I'm getting the energy and I'm interpreting it in my mind, but I'm trying to find the right words to interpret it so that it makes sense to you guys, right? So what I'm feeling is this. I feel like somebody has an abundance of love. They also have an abundance of, I would say, spiritual resources, because they have not used them, right? I will also say that this is somebody who has a really strong, probably, connection to their intuition and to spirit, right? And I also see a lot of success in the future of this person or collective or whatever, right? Because we have the World card with the God of Pentacles, and the Goddess of Pentacles. The World card represents fulfillment. It can represent like the ending of cycles, but it can also represent success and achievement. So because this is like, if we're looking at a trend, and I have this set up where it's like a trend where it lets you know like the trend from the past to the future, basically it just lets you know like the pathway. This trend ends at success, fulfillment, and abundance, security, and stability. So if you're somebody who maybe you kind of just been diligent. You've been working at life. You've just been doing the things that you had to do. Not too eventful, not too much events going on there. It's like you've got a lot of support coming through for you in the moments and the times when you need it, which is great, right? Because you haven't used those, get out of jail free ticket cards. You weren't the boy who cried wolf, right? When you're the boy who cried wolf, you get all that help while you're crying wolf because everybody thinks, oh my God, I gotta help, I gotta help. And then at the end of it all, they like, you don't need no damn help, you good, right? Because you don't need no help because you're the boy who cried wolf. You cried wolf the whole time and now you can't get it. This is not what we're looking at. We're looking at it the exact opposite of the boy who cried wolf. Hey, Bomba Clot. Okay, I'll try to slow down. It's like the energy is coming over me and I'm trying to like interpret it. It's a whole thing. I'm trying to interpret it and make sense to you guys and not just me. Because, when I get the message, the interpretation, the intuit, it makes sense to me. I have to make it make sense to you. You know what I mean? That's the thing. I have to interpret it and like put it in the right words so it makes sense to y'all. Because it makes sense to me as it comes to me. Because it comes directly to me. The message comes directly to me. And now I'm like, okay, shoot, how am I going to put this in the right words so that it makes sense to y'all? Okay, so let's get to it then. So now I am also saying, side note over here, and this is a total side note. So there is, a partnership situation here because we've got the Two of Cups, right? And then we also have the Eight of Wands. Now, this is potentially saying that somebody wants to talk to you and have a conversation with you, and this is you at the bottom of the deck like, I don't know if that's a good idea. Okay. I don't think we should do that. Like, that's the Empress at the bottom of the deck. Empress is at the bottom of the deck like, I don't know about that. Like, she got this whole face like, I don't know about any of that. So anyway, that's just a side note over here that I keep like tapping into from time to time. So anyway, what I'm feeling like though is like somebody is really kind of stepping into this place in their life where, you've done a lot of work or you've done a lot of processing of things. You've been a good person. You've, been strong on your intuition, following your intuition. And it's like, you're going towards a path where you are going to be victorious. You are also going towards a path where lots of opportunities are opening up to you. And it is obviously going to end and result in you being secure, stable financially, but also emotionally as well, because we do have two Ten of Cups here. So with two Ten of Cups over here, I mean, that's an abundance of like emotional fulfillment. Like that's like the highest level of emotional fulfillment, the highest level of feeling good you can feel. That's what this is. Okay. Because I don't see this very often, especially to fall on top of each other like this, that lets you know that there's so much emotional fulfillment. This is a real feel good like vibe, right? Like this is a really feeling good vibe. Now, what I can say about this, like if you don't feel like this is where your life is right now, here's how this message can help you, and here's how you can apply this message to your life. Well, knowing that when you want to get to, let's say, your fulfillment, success, achievement, comfortability, stability, when you want to get there and you don't particularly feel like you are there and you're like, this message ain't really for me, right? Well, here's how you can use this message. First and foremost, two Ten of Cups represents like the highest height of feeling good vibes. It's advantageous for those of you who just feel like, that's not for me. That's never going to happen for me because look at all the shit's going on in my life. Blah. That's how I see y'all right now, okay? That's how I'm going to describe you. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. I know you don't want me to describe you like that, and that's fine. But I want you to listen to what I'm going to say from this point on. It's very advantageous for you to really start working on feeling like this, okay? Sometimes really good messages come out. Like, I mean, so good messages. Like, messages come out so good. It's like, you got love, you got money, you got everything coming through. You got a new man about to rock your world. And some of y'all be like, well, that ain't my life. I don't know when this is coming for me. I've been waiting for 2 years, and it's like, okay. All right. I hear what you're saying, but also, when you allow yourself to receive a message, even if it's not happening for you, it's like allowing that to come towards you for your future. And that's what's really important here. That you actually see it? No, because we talk about the law of attraction here. And we talk about the law of assumption here. And so what that means is that you are the creator of your life. But if you stay in this mindset, well, that's not going to happen for me. I mean, my last 3 boyfriends were all trash, and I ain't seen none of these guys. All the guys I meet are all trash, or all the women I meet, they're all trash. If you keep thinking about that, that's what you're going to keep getting, okay? So we need to change and shift the way in which we're processing some of these messages. You know, some of these messages are messages that are great for you to take the time to practice visualizing, okay? All right. We talk about the law of attraction here. We talk about manifesting. We talk about creating a beautiful life for ourselves. And that means it's time for you to start putting these methods into practice. Not just sitting here listening, wishing, and hoping and praying. No. You have to get to a point where you start seeing these things in your mind's eye for you. You. Okay? For you. All right. Don't come here on my page like, oh, she's reading for someone else for sure. We know when I get the good readings, oh, that ain't my life. My life, that ain't resonating with me. It ain't happening for me like that. This is the importance of, one of the reasons why I tend to not focus negatively on the readings and tarot. Because I also know that just like you can come in here and you can listen to this reading and it sounds so beautiful and I would love for that to happen in my life. And you could start thinking about that and maybe like wondering, okay, well, how is my perfect person gonna be? Like, how is my success gonna come? Like, you know, it makes you start thinking about how this could happen for you. If I start talking about a whole bunch of negative stuff in this readings, yes, you know, you're gonna start resonating with stuff. You're gonna start, you know, applying stuff. You're gonna start making this stuff happen in your life. And I want you to start making these things happen in your life versus those negative things that you be hearing on some of these tarot readings. Some of these tarot readers are so negative. All they talk about is doom, gloom, and horror. Okay, like, I'm seriously, like, some of them are always, every reading, there's always some karmic casting hexes and curses and spells. And keep in mind, I know this stuff happens, but it shouldn't be happening that damn often every day of your life. It shouldn't be every day of your life that you're dealing with all this types of shit. Like, you understand how much that actually, do you understand like how much time and attention it actually would take for somebody to be every day putting hexes and curses and spells on you, busting windows out and cheating and doing all this stuff? It's like, that's a lot of energy to be going towards that one thing. Like, is there nothing else that happens in life besides those terrible things? I mean, I need you guys to start remembering that, right? Because, you know, let's just say if every day, and another thing, side note to what I was about to say, if every day of your life there's always some level or some sort of drama going on, you need to look at you. And that's just it, and that's all. Because there's no way that if you're thinking positively and you're thinking about good things in life and you're doing good works, that every day of your life that there's some drama just gonna happen to appear. If you are experiencing drama, cheating, fighting, busting windows out, you know, hexes and curses and spells, and, you know, people trying to steal your people trying to steal your fate and your soul path. If you're experiencing these types of things, then it's coming from you. I need you to know that. I need you to know that. Okay, we talk about the law of attraction, law of assumption here. That means that everything in life you have a level of control over. Now, you don't have control over what other people do, but you often have the ability to determine the types of energies that can actually connect to you based upon the energy you are keeping. Because the law of attraction says that whatever you focus on grows. Also, that which unto itself be likened, right? That which is likened be drawn to itself. So basically, whatever you're like, whatever is like you will be drawn to you. Okay? So I just find it very hard to believe that every day of someone's life is just straight bullshit. Okay? I just refuse. I absolutely refuse. Because there's just no possible way. I mean, okay, at some point, you know, you see, first off, for me personally, if I start seeing too much drama, let me sit my ass down in the house. But I don't need to be going nowhere. Nope. And if drama's finding you inside your house, I get it. Partners, relationships, because listen, sometimes, you know what I mean? Sometimes it's like that. You got to start looking at the things you're doing. What are you participating in? What's your activities? What are your thoughts? What are you looking at on the TV? What do you listen to on the radio? Like, all of these things are now going to have, you're going to have to start thinking about those things. What am I participating in that's causing me to stay in this chaotic energy? Because if every day of my life, the days of my life, these are the days of our lives. If every day of your life is drama filled, you need to really reconsider what the hell you're focused on. Okay? So that's why I like to kind of focus on the positive elements and aspects of things that can happen, because absolutely cheating can happen. Listen, ciao. So when I grew up, I was in a military home. Okay? And so, to some degree, for multiple years, we lived in like military housing. Okay? And I can't tell you, because my mom had like friends that were like other friends in the military and stuff like that. I can't tell you how many stories I would just like air hustling here and finding out that such and such is cheating and such is doing this and this husband and this wife got together. And I mean, it was just so much like constantly going on with these people. And so first and foremost, okay, these things happen on a day-to-day basis, on a regular basis, right? But it's never should be every day of your life that you're going through all of these things, okay? I just wanted to kind of point that out because I want you guys to know that like these are things that happen in life. Not to say they're not bad, they don't hurt, of course they do. But I also want you to know, one, that you're not the only person that may be experiencing certain things. And two, even the most quote unquote prestigious people are dealing with the same shit, right? Like the relationships across the board, whether you are poor or rich, whether you are, a drug dealer or a Marine, everybody pretty much experiences the same types of things in our lives. I think, and I'm starting to see, it's like, rather than us focusing on those specific things, we've got to start looking at how do you move forward from those things, or how do you process those things? Because we all process things differently, right? So the way I might deal with something, you might deal with it completely differently. You might be like, I'm going to start crack. I'm going to start doing crack because of this, okay? Like, you're like, oh no, my boyfriend cheated on me. I need some crack, right? Like, that might be the way that you deal with things, right? And that's okay. Like, I would like you to consider not doing that, right? But what I'm saying is that we all deal with things differently. For you might be like, well, I'm going to go pray about it. And I'm like, I'm about to go get this drink. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to go get lit. I'm going to get a drink, right? Which can, spill into all sorts of other things. Hey, Shaylee. Hey, Trinka. How are you? Welcome. Skyvy Lee. Thank you so much for tuning in. So basically what I'm trying to say is this. Look, we all have different ways about dealing with things, but I think we need to really start moving towards a direction where we can improve upon how we have seen what can what's previously worked or what not worked, right? Like some things we learn, okay, that wasn't a good thing to do. That wasn't it. That right there. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So next time you write yourself a little note, you write a little notation, don't do this. You know what I mean? And you don't do it next time because you know that just leads to more problems, leads to more drama. So that's what I'm saying. It's like, if you are on a day-to-day basis, considering like consistently going through drama, gore, like everything, every relationship, like every guy you meet is doing some shit, you need to consider what you're learning and what you're not learning. Like, right? Go look back at your list, sis. Did you write the list? Bro, like, did you write down the list? Okay. Last time I got mad, I went and cheated. Didn't work out. Okay? Did you work that out? You know what I mean? Did you learn from that lesson? Like, learn, okay? Like, I think what we really need to see that as a collective, we have to start learning from our mistakes. Mistakes are a part of life. And that's why I mentioned the military people cheating with each other and doing all this stuff, right? Because it's a part of life. We're all going to make some crazy decision. Some kids start, smoking weed and doing shit like, young, they're like 13 years old and they're drinking alcohol and do all shit, like, right? Some of us don't do that. But as you begin to have experiences from the choices that you make, you should be learning to adjust, to pivot, and to make better decisions and choices, right? And so it comes off a lot when I just hear like certain tarot readers are like, let's just say like there's just certain tarot readers who like I don't even watch their videos anymore, so they don't come up. But when I did maybe watch one or two of their videos, then they come up the next day, the next day, the next day, the next day. And it's like every damn day. It's like today we're talking about your man cheated on you with 3 girls or this, that, and the other. It's like, girl. So to me, what I'm seeing is that instead of being able to like pull yourself out of that energy, you're staying in it for one reason or another. And that includes the readers, right? Because the readers are picking up on this stuff. Not to say that we're not going to pick up on energy if it's happening, but to say that if you always picking up on that energy, you are probably focused on that. Okay, I just want to say that. Like, I just have to say that, being a tarot reader, okay? Because I'm just going to have to say that, okay? So I really want us to be able to look as a collective. Thank you, life. Oh, mom life. I rock with that. I get down with mom life. No, it's okay. It's okay. I don't need you to delete the message. I just need to catch it up. Okay, you deleted it. Doesn't resonate with me, but me for someone else. Love the person that I by the way. My pleasure. So anyway, all that I'm saying here is this. Like, if I'm seeing from you or from readers or from anybody that consistently and constantly your focus is on something specific or some frequency, to me what that means is that you are not elevating. It's that simple. It is that simple. I don't care who you are. I don't care what you're doing. If I see consistently on a tarot reader's channel, if every reading on her channel is your dude just cheated on you, there's a third party in the situation. What else? What else can it be? Your finances are falling apart. There is magical hexes and curses upon you. Like, if all of your readings are there, that's where you're focused. And so I can see just by looking at the titles of your videos where your focus is at. You know what I'm saying? Like, and get it. Like, sometimes on a day-to-day basis, that might change for some or whatever. But if I come to your page and I see nothing but just hexes, curses, negative energy, just cheating, and your boyfriend, your girlfriend burst your windows out, or getting your tire slashed, you are focused wrong. I won't say wrong, because maybe that's where you are right now. But what I want to encourage people to do in general is, if you find a positive message, right? And let's just say right now you are going through a difficult time. Let's just say that right now things are not looking great. There's a lot of fucked up shit going on. If I come here and I do a positive reading, take that reading. Hear what's being said. Visualize that in your mind for you, right? For you, okay? And the reason for that is this. We are conscious. We are creators, whether conscious or unconscious. So if we begin to use that knowledge that we are creators, whether we like it or not, whether we're conscious or not, and we say, okay, if I'm a conscious creator, that means I got to take responsibility for all the bullshit that just happened. But this also means I can put myself in the seat of control, and I can start to think better, plan better, be better, so that my future can look well, and so that my future can look good and abundant, like this reading here, okay? So I just wanted to share that really quickly, okay? Hold on, let me see. Hey, Red Roses, how you doing? So very, very glad I subscribed. Thanks so much for tuning in. So I can't stand the readers that just tell you what they think you want to hear either. That part. So that's another thing that I noticed too. And hey Lex, do what you do, sis. Like, this your channel, that's your channel. Do you, boo. Do you, boo. But that's not what you're gonna get coming here. You're not gonna get, oh, Aqua, tell me about my love life, and I'm gonna tell you, oh, everything's great, you got this man, he's doing wonderful, is he cheating on me? And I see a moon card and I'm like, nah, he's not cheating on you, he's just confused. No, ma'am. Sometimes I might say, looks like he's got a little confusion, but that's just based upon the energy I'm picking up. That just depends based upon what I feel about the reading. But if you got a man that's just on some bullshit, I'm gonna tell you, and you ain't gonna like it. You know what I mean? Sis, I know you don't want to hear this or nothing, but Yeah, it's looking like it's a situation going on here because I got the moon card, I got the three of swords, I got the 10 of swords. If I got them cards all together, this nigga's cheating. Okay, he doing something. He doing something. All right, something. Go check that nigga phone. Okay, like it's gonna be something like that. But also, I want to be clear with you guys. I'm also not here to help continue to fuel your repetitive or anybody's repetitive bullshit and drama. That's just not what I'm here to do. Okay, we gotta elevate. We gotta get better. Okay, we gotta raise our vibrations. We gotta raise our frequencies. That's why I'm here. Okay, I'm here to tell you, sis. Listen, you've been focusing on the wrong stuff. I know you don't want to hear that, but that's what you've been doing. Okay. All right. So anyway, back to this reading. I want you guys to start using those positive readings. If there's a reading that's coming out, everything is good. It's like, damn, that sounds wonderful. I would love to have a life like that. If you know I would love to have a life like that and your life ain't like that, well, start thinking about how you can have a life like that. Start putting this in your mind's eye. Start visualizing, okay, my life is not perfect. Don't even think about what your life is, the fact that your life is not like that. Think about how it would look for you. How would I want my life to look like if everything was good, if I had an abundance of love, if I had nothing but victory and success and lots of opportunities and stability and security and financial wealth and abundance? How would that look for me? What would I spend my money on? Like, where, you know what I mean? Where would my money come from? How would I make that much money? Who's the type of person, what the type of person, what do they look like? What do they act like? How do they feel when I'm with them? This is why I want you guys to use these readings also, because that's basically what you're doing when you listen to tarot readings. And so it happens when you listen to negative readings. Maybe you just do it for entertainment. You just listen to this stuff for entertainment because she over there talking about how somebody got their windows cracked open and you know what I mean? This girl, you ran up in there and found your girlfriend cheating or your boyfriend cheating, whatever. Like, that's what you're listening to. And if you don't know it, I'm going to tell you now. You're listening to that stuff. You listen to it long enough, it's going to start happening in your real life because that's what you focus on. It's subconsciously down there in your mind, so eventually it's going to come to pass. If you taking the energy in, by the way. And if you're energy in and you literally, this is just for fun, but still be mindful, okay? Still be mindful. I just wanted to share that with you guys, all right? Oh, thanks, Shaylee. How you doing today? How's the new job, girl? How's the new job? Okay, let's get back to the reading. I do have over here, once again, side note, somebody really wants to communicate, and I know you're like, psh, I don't know about all that. So somebody's not here for it, like, I don't know about all that. All right, Spirit, tell me more about this communication. Okay, so somebody's planning to reach out to you and communicate with you. Probably this is somebody that's going to take a leap of faith. So this could be somebody who may have been apprehensive in the past. Maybe you guys have had some disappointments in the past, but this is somebody who may be potentially planning to reach out to you. This person may potentially be offering you a partnership. Yeah, that could strongly be the case, actually, because we're looking at the Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles is also about the planning, the future, kind of studying something as well. So this could be like a course of study. Maybe this person is studying you, studying your body language, studying, how to communicate with you better. But this person is also thinking about taking a leap of faith, communicating with you about partnership. Now, this may also be for some of you guys. This may be in relation to somebody talking to you about some of their previous connections, partnerships, or whatever. I don't know, but that could be one of the things. I feel like there was some sort of disappointment that may have occurred or dissatisfaction in the past here, that you might have dealt with this specific situation or individual. Okay. All right. So let's move forward. Spirit, what collective message do you want to share with the audience that can be beneficial to the audience? Okay. The 10 of Pentacles is here. Now, we also have the 5 of Swords, and we've got the 3 of Wands. Somebody's waiting. Waiting for what, though? Taking charge, being stubborn. Maybe somebody's waiting for someone to not be so stubborn. Somebody could also be waiting for somebody to take charge towards them or come towards them. I'm also feeling like we are looking at the 5 of Swords and the 10 of Pentacles. What is this? Clarify the 5 of Swords, please. Spirit. Clarify the 5 of Swords. What's this all about? I false confidence, potentially. The Wheel of Fortune. I feel like somebody in the past potentially may have maybe misrepresented themselves as it relates to their stability, okay, and comfortability. Maybe even also their confidence or their passions. What does that mean? This could mean that maybe somebody did not communicate openly or clearly or honestly about maybe what their financial situation is. This could also be someone who has also not expressed their passions to you specifically. Now I'm seeing the Wheel of Fortune here also, which is, it's laying well. It's looking pretty good the way it's laying right now, but I'm wondering, I feel like this could be the energy of somebody maybe who wasn't so stable, and maybe they just didn't share that with you, or maybe it just didn't look like that, or vice versa. So maybe somebody was really stable, but it didn't look like they were, or vice versa. They weren't really stable, but it looked like they were. So something like that is coming out. Okay, and see the thing about this, oh, look at that. 2 of Cups is here twice. So we've got 2 of Cups, 2 Ten of Cups. Huh, that's cute. Okay, so glad that you mentioned that about the communication. Now, from time to time, what you'll notice is I will kind of go into the tarot and then we'll talk a little bit. And then I'll go back to the tarot and then we'll talk a little more. The reason why I do that is because sometimes in the tarot as I'm reading, it brings me scenarios or concepts or things that might come up, or you guys in the comments may comment something and I'll be like, we need to address that right now, right? Like, so it just depends upon what's going on. Some of my, let's not say that. I'm not going to say that about myself. I'm not going to do it. I will say this. First, let me read these cards here, and then we're going to go and talk about that last comment from you. So hang on, okay? So we've got the Daughter of Swords here. And I believe this is not the first time. Oh, it is. Okay, okay. The Daughter of Swords is here. That generally represents the Page of Swords. We've also got the Ace of Wands and the Daughter of Pentacles, okay? So I feel like the energy that we're looking at is kind of a little tiny bit insecure, okay? This could even be the energy of something or someone who is mainly focused on sensual energies or just like their sexual energy sexual energetic output, but they've not as much focused on the way in which they convey their thoughts into words or convey their thoughts into, you know, real life situations or scenarios. And also this person has, I don't think that this person has given a lot of love also. So I don't know what that's all about. It could be because this person feels like they don't have to give, if that makes sense. Like if this person kind of presents themselves in a way that, oh, I've got myself all together, like everything's together, but in reality, they're not as put together as they, you know, as they're acting like. Or it could be vice versa as well, where somebody, they pretend like their life is just, you know, hanging by a thread, but in actuality they've really got a lot of things like together. Their life actually looks well, and it's so interesting to even say that because who would do that? I've seen it before, so that's the only reason why it makes sense to me, because I've seen that in real life before. It was like, why the fuck would you know, like, but okay, whatever, do you. Okay, we do have the 2 of Cups here. So this to me is really talking about love. This 2 of Cups is very romantic with the red and the pink in the back. They're together. They've got their cups, you know, their cups are behind them. I mean, this is just all about us having this partnership and this love and happiness type energy, okay? So I do feel that in a romantic situation or setting, somebody is kind of dealing with the lack of communicating effectively. Also the lack of giving to connections effectively. This energy may give sexually, but not mentally, emotionally, or physically, okay? And physically, not or, but and physically. It's like this person is giving sexually, but they're not giving in those other ways. And so therefore there's some level of imbalance here, even though I don't see any cards representing imbalance, but I do see minor issue here with this 5 of Swords, because this 5 of Swords is just giving off a lot of it's giving off a lot of energy to me right now. So I really feel maybe that you may not, if you are dealing with somebody like this, for example, you may not even know what's going on with this person. Like, you don't know nothing. It really, like, in reality, you don't know shit about this person because they have not even been able to communicate to you or convey to you what the hell is going on. Like, me and my best friend. So listen, about 8:30 tonight, I was so tired. Like, first of all, it was like 7 something. I had a meeting to talk about a new potential program for my future clients. And I was like, okay, I did all my proposals. I didn't do all of my proposals, but I did some work, a lot of work today. A lot of, just documentation, getting stuff together, trying to get stuff in order. And then, so I went on several walks today also, just walking around, just getting some workouts, which is feeling really good, actually. And then, so I come in after my meeting, I do that, and then I go and grab myself some food. I come back, finish up eating, and then I go for another walk. And then I'm like, whew. Let me go ahead and just sit down real quick. I'm laying down. So it's about 7:30, 45, whatever. I'm laying down. I'm just chilling, just listening to like a video and just laying down in the dark, basically. Not fully dark. So my best friend calls, and she's calling me, and she's telling me about something, and I'm, we talk about something that's very similar to this, where it's like, what the hell is going on, right? So we're very expressive with each other when we're talking on the phone. We would be expressing, and so we make each other laugh like that. Well, anyway, she's talking and telling me about something. We switched subjects from what she was talking about, where we were very expressive about this type of situation. And so I'm laying there, and obviously, like I said, I was kind of tired, and so I just laid there, and she was talking. I was like, And eventually, I stopped. I started going to sleep. I started falling asleep. She said, "Are you asleep?" I was like, "Oh, no, I wasn't asleep. I wasn't asleep." So anyway, only reason why I told you guys that was because I thought about that just a second ago. It was kind of funny because I went to bed at about 8:30, probably about 8:30 when I was falling asleep on her on the phone. And I fell asleep for a couple of hours. I heard the vibrations from my phone or whatever. And eventually I did wake up again because here I am. And then I ended up, talking to my mom and, conversing with her and everything. But it's so funny because she and I were literally just talking about a situation like this where a guy is just not, your level of communication is absolute trash. Like, it's in the hell. Like, why? Right? So we're very communicating. We're going to communicate with you what our issues are, what our problems are. We're willing to talk this out. We're willing to kind of find solutions and all those sorts of things like that. But sometimes people just are not. It's not. And it's mostly the male population that we've been seeing is just unable to convey their words for whatever reason. And I won't say obviously not all the male population, but the males that we've been seeing, it's like, good Lord, can you talk? Okay. So now that I've said all that, I want you to tell me what your communication problems are and why, right? While you're telling me what your communication issues are, okay, I'm going to finish reading this here. But I read your message and you said, maybe me, I don't communicate well to others in person. Why? We talk positive, no negative. No. That's fine. But sometimes you need to talk through your issues just in general, like with somebody, who's not going to sit here and, judge you or nothing like that, but also somebody who can point out some things that you need to work on. Okay. And the reason why we're talking about this right now, one, is coming in the cards, and two, you said in the comments, but we're also noticing it with different people in life. And so, regardless to what's going on, these types of things as a collective, we have to address. Because male-female relationships are looking real stupid right now because of things like this, can't communicate, don't know how to say what you need to say, or don't know how to conflict resolution, bad conflict resolution skills, don't know how to deal with how you're feeling, your emotions, your emotions get blown out of proportion, and then you fuck everything up because your emotions, instead of saying, I'm disappointed about this thing. Maybe, this is a good one. And this is something that we have not explored. Maybe, and I was hearing something, it was something I was watching, and he was saying that women have like a higher scale of emotions. And what we mean by that is this. Women can identify with more emotions than men can. And maybe that's what we're looking at. And if you ask me, I think that makes a lot of sense, because I know for sure there's a lot of men who can identify with anger, right? Like anger, we can put anger on the list. What else they can identify with? Excitement, happiness. Well, I don't know. Can you, right? Like, not trying to be funny, okay? But we know that men can identify with certain emotions. Maybe it's just that men do not have the capacity to convey those other emotions that they're not cognizant of, right? Because, you know, as women, we're aware of other emotions than just happy and sad. Like, we're aware of disappointments. We're aware of dissatisfaction. Those are two different emotions. They're very similar. They're very similar. Almost so similar you can't tell the difference. But they are still kind of different. Dissatisfaction could be, because it doesn't have to just be emotionally, it could just be physically too, dissatisfied. So there's different levels of emotions, different types of emotions, and it causes me to wonder whether or not men have the emotional scale. Maybe the emotional scale of men is not built up yet. Like, maybe they don't understand how to express or what disappointment looks or feels like. Maybe they don't understand or, you know, have enough experience to understand what depression looks and feels like. What other emotions can we talk about? We could talk about embarrassment. We can talk about just energetic depletion. Like, and that's not particularly an emotion, but it's kind of just a vibe or a feeling. That's an interesting thing. I want to see what you guys say. So when I think what to say, then I say it, but it doesn't turn out the words I was thinking. I get that. I understand that so well, because you know what? I do that a lot. Like, I'd be like, okay, in my mind, it was really well said. Like, and then when it came out, just didn't turn out that way. So what I've had to do was I've had to learn to just be better. You know what I mean? And what I've done is there's different ways that I might practice. I might practice saying something in the mirror. I might practice writing something down several times, or I might write it down and then be like, okay, that's not how. And then I write it down again and with different words. Okay, that's a little better. And then I scratch it out and do it again. Okay, this is the better way to say it. The better way to say it is this. Or also, we have best friends. As a woman, I talk to my best friend all the time. Okay, I've been talking to my mom a lot too, you know, and so I feel like, you know, having those conversations with other people that generally aren't going to get upset with you or be mad at you for whatever it is that you're going to say, because basically they're there as like they're there to kind of like help you modify before it comes out to the person that needs to come out, right? Like, okay, best friend, I need you to hear me out. Is this the right way to say this? Or sometimes you may confirm how you're feeling with your friend, you know, and then, so I know a lot of times I might be like, okay, girl, I got something to say. I got to say this. A sounding board. There you go, red roses. Thank you. So sometimes it's good to say it out loud to someone, and then they be like, ooh, that's harsh. That you don't want to, you don't want to say it like that. That's me and my best friend all the time. Cause one time, like, we're not too long ago, she was sending me a text. She's like, I need to say something, you know, and I'm like, don't say it like that. I sent her a whole text message, you know, say that, you know. And so that's how we sometimes often find a better way to express the things that we want to say. And obviously, and still may not work, because maybe the person you're dealing with, they ain't like it like that anyway. Like, that way you could have said it the other way, right? I think it's just a matter of kind of, one, having that sounding board. Thank you for the perfect word, red roses. That sounding board to kind of play off and, you know, adjust. Right, being willing to write down your thoughts, you know, to kind of, because I'm a writer, so I'll write some stuff down and be like, ooh, that don't look right. Scratch it out. Do it again. I mean, I scratched it out 4 times. Finally, I get the perfect statement. Sometimes looking in the mirror, talking to yourself, saying it out loud, or does this sound right? You know, playing it in your mind and really taking the time to think about what you want to say before before you actually have the conversation. More specifically, if it relates to saying something that is going to potentially cause a shift in someone's emotions. Okay, so And the reason why I say that is this: I'm very careful when it comes to things that I know could potentially make somebody feel either sad or happy, or you know what I mean. Like I try to say it in a way that is going to be gentle as possible. Sometimes that doesn't happen though, because sometimes you got to just say it, right? But I do understand and very much identify with just coming out and saying some stuff and it didn't turn out right. You didn't practice that at all, did you? You didn't ask nobody before you had that conversation, did you? So I definitely understand. So those are some methods that you can maybe try to kind of help you be better to convey what you want to say. And maybe if it's simple stuff like nice hat or cool jacket, then in those cases, this sounds like more of an anxiety or like a shyness than it is about being able to say what it is you want to say. So if you have a shyness, then we have to talk about having more social priming, more social interactions. And sometimes that can start with like family members, like your cousins. Cousins are your first best friends, I'm telling you. Interact with your cousins, you know what I mean? Go hang out with your cousins, go kick with your cousins. Talk to your cousins where you kind of have that that flow, that banter back and forth where you feel comfortable talking to somebody that's not just your mom or your dad or whatever. And the reason for that is because it helps you prime you for speaking to people outside too. Okay, so it's hard for me to make new friends and worried how would I start a conversation. That's why your cousins, your family members, have conversations with them. Start, you know what I mean? Allow your personality to come out with people that you're already comfortable with, so that when you do go out into the world, it comes out a lot more freely. It comes out more easily. And that's right there. That's a good method right there, because and then so now I'm thinking about if you don't have a lot of family members. I get that. I understand that. So we're going to work that out. But try your family, try your cousins, try your aunts, your uncles, try just chopping it up with them, talking to them as much as you can. Try connecting with them first, right? Because it's going to be a lot more comfortable for you to connect with somebody that's actually related to you first, before you start trying to connect with people outside in the world. Another thing that does is that allows them to talk to you and give you pointers and stuff like that about just whatever. Like maybe they might be like, girl, the way you said that was a little, it could be that, or it could be just that they give you, information on what to look out for when you are endeavoring to connect with people outside. Okay. So those are a couple of methods that you can use. Moving back to the reading. Okay. Because we do want to talk about that. Now, communication is so important. Sounding boards, those are methods that you can use. Having conversations with your best friends or your families or whatever like that to kind of soundboard. If you already know I have to say this thing, you're not going to your family or your friends to say, can I say this thing, or should I, you know what I mean? You're going to them to say, hey, I need your help to make sure that I don't mess this conversation up. Okay. So, hey, sit there and listen to what I'm saying. And then you be like, just say the first thing that comes to your mind about that specific conversation and watch how they respond. How they respond can tell you a lot. Okay. They may help you. They may be like, you don't want to say that. That ain't going to go off well. Like that might not work out well. You might want to rethink that. Okay. Your family for sure is going to tell you the truth. Okay. They're not going to lie to you. Okay. So just keep that in mind. That's something that can really be helpful. But I think I need to point out that, for the population that is having a difficulty or not even having a difficulty, this is not, to me, it gets to a point where it becomes a choice, right? So like sometimes we feel uncomfortable doing things, but then at some point it becomes a choice to continue to be uncomfortable about something because you have to make the effort. Okay. So one of the things that I want to impart upon you guys is not allowing yourself to continue to be just in your head and your mind about stuff. Listen, it's great to be in your mind about stuff, to think about things before you do it. Think about what you're going to say before you say it. That is great. But at some point, an action has to come forth out of that. Okay? At some point, a change of behavior, a change of response, a change of moving forward needs to happen. Okay? And so I would suggest and encourage for those actions to come from a space of alignment. That's ideally, you'll be in a space of alignment when those things do come out. But nevertheless, I'm not sharing any of these methods just for you to stay stuck in your head about it. At some point, you got to make the effort. So if you feel like you're having a difficulties like connecting socially, I'm going to give you some pointers, but eventually you have to put this stuff into practice. And I know it's going to sound crazy, but one day you might have to walk outside and be like, hey, how's it going? And just start talking to somebody. And it might sound stupid. It might look stupid. It might feel crazy. But one thing that's really, really, really important about change is that when you are changing from behaviors that you're normally used to being or doing or kind of behaving like, it's going to feel uncomfortable for a little bit. Get comfortable being uncomfortable, okay? The importance of that is that as you begin to elevate, let's just say that you are poor, right? Let's just say you have nothing. You have nothing. I'm broke, straight broke, right? Well, right now you're broke, right? But if it's your goal to be in the Wheel of Fortune energy and the goddess of Pentacles and the Ten of Pentacles energy, which is full of wealth and abundance, money and pentacles, right? Then you're going to have to get uncomfortable. You're going to have to be comfortable being uncomfortable. Okay, and so that may come in various different ways. It doesn't have to just be about money. It's going to have to be about various different things. Because right now you're comfortable being broke, right? But if you want to get to this point where you're in situations where you're in wealth and abundance, you're going to have to you're going to have to start getting comfortable being in spaces and situations where you're not comfortable because one, you're not used to having money, and you're going to have to go into rooms where people who have money are there. Because they the ones that got the information on how you get more money. I don't care who you is. I don't care where you from. You're never going to become rich by hanging around, being around, and staying around poor behaviors and poor activities. Okay. And the same thing with like this whole communication thing. You know, if you're around people who constantly are bad communicators, who don't communicate well, you're not going to get better at communication. Just put it right there. You're not going to get better at communication because you are going to be in the energy. You're going to be in the surroundings, in the examples of terrible communication. It's never going to get better. So that's why I said get comfortable being in uncomfortable situations, because if you want to be a better communicator, you're going to have to get around people who communicate better. And when you get around them, it's going to be uncomfortable because you're not used to being around people who communicate well. So you're going to be noticing your own flaws. You're going to be noticing where you need to improve in your own communication and stuff like that. And it might feel uncomfortable, but it's going to help you improve. It's going to help you get better. Okay. So that's a good thing. That's a good message for anybody, for any type of situation. It's not just about communication and money. It could be about anything. It could be just about, self-love, feeling better about yourself. You know, if you are in a room full of women who are insecure and who, just put each other down and never, talk positively about each other, you're never going to be a woman that's going to speak life into another woman. You'll never be able to do that. So you have to get into the energy and connect around people who do that. Okay. All right. So that's a good message. I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to leave it right. Except this over here. God damn it. See, this bottom of the deck over here just delicious looking. Decisions being made. I'm talking commitments being made. We finding balance in this thing. It looked like engagements and connections and celebrations and foundations being set. It looked like somebody about to give something because they have been not feeling good. So this is somebody who is missing, thinking about somebody, all that good stuff. They've been holding back. They've been disappointed about not connecting because they have not taken action. So this person has been sitting in their sorrow, wallowing in depression. Okay, good Lord, get out of that. But their depression is because they're thinking about you, they're missing you. But all of this has happened because they're not giving to a situation, a connection, or something like that. So somebody's making a decision to make some changes in that regard, okay? Okay, I'm done with that. Let's get to the conversation in the comments. So thank you. First of all, if you are new to my channel, welcome. Don't forget to subscribe. This is AquaStarGoddess, okay? What do we do here? We do tarot readings, but we also do talk a lot about spirituality. Various different spiritual concepts. Some of those go into just day-to-day stuff. It's not always just spirituality. Sometimes we talk about like just day-to-day things that may happen in life because in one way or another, most of the things that we're experiencing in life is related to, directly related to, or has an impact on spirituality. So, we have to know that this all, spirituality, mentality, emotionality, psychology, all of that stuff actually goes together because it makes up the whole human being, right? So we also talk about law of attraction, law of assumption, those things and those different concepts. We sometimes dissect how this all applies to like biblical texts and stuff like that. Sometimes we bring the biblical text in here and dissect it in the concepts of law of attraction and law of assumption and things like that to help you get a better understanding on how this works. Okay, so I do want to thank you if you're new for subscribing. Don't forget to hit the bell so you get notifications when I upload new videos, and smash the like button. That's the end of that tarot reading. I'm going to look at your comments because I know I've missed quite a few. Let me get caught up on your comments and see if we have any conversations or questions in here that we can address as we continue on. So thank you so much, Mom Life House. Shout out to Mom Life, to Trinka, Red Roses, Shaylee. Hey, y'all. How y'all doing? Cloud, I didn't see you. Just seeing you now. Welcome. Mauricio, hi. How are you? Thank you so much for tuning in. HD. Okay, I'm going to leave it right there. I ain't going to try to even pronounce anything else after that. Welcome to the channel. Hopefully you guys are doing well. I finally got some sleep. Ooh, yeah, I was tired. Smoking with Bree. Okay. Shaylee got her wrench back. Yes, she did. So, all right, just checking back on everybody that tuned into the live. So I do want to thank everybody for tuning in. Let me catch back up now and see where we are in the comments. So I'll open my mind more. AquaStarGoddess, thank you. I really appreciate that. You know something, the more we individually open ourselves up and open our minds up more, the more that we begin to experience that in our day-to-day lives. And then as we begin to impact others with our positivity and our beautiful mindset, or even just our thoughts of what it could be, it begins to rub off on others. And then before you know it, we have a more beautiful place to live in. It's be more beautiful for the rest of us, for all of us. Okay. And obviously that ain't gonna happen for everybody. It ain't. So some people just ain't gonna change. You're just gonna be a negative bitch the rest of your life, ain't you? You're just gonna be a negative raggedy. You're gonna be a raggedy ass negative bitch, ain't you? You're just gonna be all that jealousy over there. Ain't nobody got time for that. Okay. Oh, you work in the night shift. Okay. So, well, after my first relationship, I got better at my drawing and post on Instagram. Okay. Very good. It's a step-by-step process, Okay, so your readings have never been consistently the same or fake as fuck, and they never will be. Thanks, Shaylee. So I trust you more than, oh, Shaylee. How's your new job? Today was horrible. The job is okay, though. Oh, okay. Why was today horrible? Oh, Shaylee. So maybe me, I don't communicate well. Okay, now I'm catching up kind of closer to the comments. So I wish you could be my teacher. Well, I'm here to be a teacher all the time. I'm here all the time. So honey, listen, honey. So I'm looking at Mom Life comments. Says, I feel you. Me and my baby daddy don't communicate well. Okay, look. Listen, let me tell you something. Communication is like a constant effort. Listen, me and Gino, me and my, estranged husband right now, we had different communication pathways. We had pathways where we were just not even trying to worry about communication. We didn't even know the communication was an issue. We were just going at each other. Okay. Eventually we realized, okay, we need to talk better. Like, this is crazy. So we did a little bit better. And then, we had little moments where we relapsed and went back and got worse. And then we did a little better. And then we relapsed. And then we did a little better. And then, so it's this pathway. It's these patterns. When we are evolving in life, we may have patterns where we do it better and then we kind of step back just a little bit, but not all the time. Sometimes you're just going to keep progressing. I think it just depends upon, where you guys are mentally, emotionally, who's doing the bulk of the work. If you guys are both taking on the bulk of the work at the same time and efforting at this specific thing, then you can improve and continue to improve. And it just, you take leaps and bounds, Now, me and Gino have had really good extensive time where our communication was always on target. I will say to you, from the beginning of our relationship, I've always been very clear with Gino. Hey, I don't like this. I don't like that. I talked to him about what is my problem or my issue. I think that our communication breakdowns were more so where he didn't feel open to communicate to me. And I would start getting frustrated. I'm like, okay, now, bitch, like, look, okay, somebody better open your fucking mouth, right? Like, I would start getting annoyed. But then also we would have like just different things, you know what I mean? It's all different stuff. So, don't think, so first off, also don't think that just because I'm talking to you guys about this stuff that I'm just all 100%, you know. No, I'm not. So sometimes I'm at a strong 65, okay? Sometimes I'm at a strong 99. Sometimes I'm at a strong 2. You're gonna get these hands if you keep playing with me. You're gonna get these hands if you keep it up, right? But it's still one of those things where it's like, if you are keeping consciously aware of the things that you need to, you know, work on, you're just going to keep moving down that path where you do get better because you're aware of it. You're conscious of it. And not only you're conscious and aware of it, but you're also making efforts. Okay. So that's important to remember as well. Alrighty. So we talk about Nelly. So I'm dying because that's how my baby daddy is. I'd be like, bro. That's okay. Hello. I feel that. Okay. Like, what is going on? So it's very difficult to learn and very difficult to get comfortable with. That's okay. You know, I want you guys to remember that, you know, the learning patterns, we have patterns in our behavior, in our learning also. So that doesn't mean that just because you learn a new concept today, that tomorrow you're, you know, you're fixed, you're healed. No, it takes time. It's gonna take time, baby. Trust me, okay? I was kicking the door down yesterday, okay? All right, so what I'm saying is that, but there's something that when you are conscious of it and when you are aware of it, it's something that you can be better at every day, you know? But another thing we kind of focused a little bit was, if every day of your life is some bullshit, something you got to change. Something you need to focus on. Something ain't right, okay? So I'm thinking about these things, or I might think about different things, and when the readings come up, it may cause me to think about scenarios or just different stuff. But we're all human. We are all working these things out on a day-to-day basis, okay? So just know that, you know, nobody's asking you to, you know, hear what I'm saying today and then go be it tomorrow. No, we know that's not real. You know, Rome, they say Rome, I say Kemet. Kemet wasn't built in one day, honey, okay? It took these people long periods of time to build things. And that also goes with your behaviors, your characters, and stuff like that. So just keep that in mind, okay? I'm never expecting you to just be perfect tomorrow. Like, if you're not perfect tomorrow, you're doing it wrong. No, it takes time. But you have to be aware of it, and you do have to keep your awareness of it as well, okay? So, what are we talking about, Shaylee? We're talking about communications. You said it's hard to do in your romantic side. So when I think of what I want to say, I say it, but it doesn't turn out right. Okay, so we kind of addressed that. Sounding bored, exactly. I'm trying to catch up to y'all comments. I'm so sorry. So it's hard for me to make new friends. I'm worried about how to start a conversation. So your helper. My pleasure. So I sent my friend D a text. Yeah, there's a cat tap dancer. Red Roses, I just read that roach comment. That's funny, okay? Okay. So keep in mind that, you know, I know there's a difference in how communication happens, especially as because of the fact that we now have social media, we have cell phones, we have all these ways to communicate, and they're not person to person, right? So like when we were younger, we had to communicate person to person, okay? So I also understand that that is also a barrier for learning to actually have a conversation with somebody face to face. So that's something that I'll have to kind of think about. We'll address that in another video, because I want to kind of take some time to like really I want to really dive deeper into that, because I do feel that, you know, especially in this generation, if you're having a difficulty communicating person to person, I don't think that that's all fully your fault. I think it might have a little bit to do with the fact that we use social media so much. I think it has a little bit to do with the fact that we do have so much online, you know, schooling and things like that that we have, you know, that we can participate in. So that's something where we have to find a solution for. That's literally something we have to find a solution for, is bridging the gap between, you know, internet and social media communications, and, you know, being able to move that into the day-to-day real person-to-person life. Okay, so that's something that we do need a solution for. So don't feel bad. Don't feel like it's just you, because I'm sure there's many people out there that feel the same way. Okay, so having a conversation, an uncomfortable spot or other spot can increase the communication. Hey Angela Carter, how you doing, babe? So he didn't verbally tell me, he just didn't call or text for 3 days. So I'm glad you're that you clarified that, because I thought I was in therapy for a second, and then you pulled the cards. It's okay. Hey Aqua, Emmy, how you doing, babe? If you want to send a donation in, you can absolutely add AquaStarGoddess on Cash App. So I follow you on Instagram. I just saw the notification. Thank you so much. Hey Aquarius, babe, West. I'm doing okay. How about you, babe? I thought it was funny. It is a little bit dry, but that's okay. I'm still gonna rock it. Thanks so much for tuning in. Alrighty, so now what are we looking at? So let's see here. That's okay. Like, it's okay. You got roaches. Let's just go get some boric acid. You know, you could go get some boric acid. Like, you can get the boric acid, bro. It works well. That boric acid, you know, they also say diatomaceous earth too. That works well. So we're just gonna just leave it right there. So, okay. Don't worry though, like I said, I'm not trying to say that, oh, you need to work this stuff out and get it together today, because like I said, I was kicking the dough down yesterday. Okay, so I am not lying. I am just, okay. All right. Okay. So what I'm saying is, you know, we all a work in progress. We all a work in progress, okay? Good night. Thanks so much for tuning in. Oh, we hope that see you again in the future. Okay. Alrighty. So Aqua, Emmy, are you still here, babe, or can I go home? I mean, I'm at you know where I'm at for now. Well, I'm gonna just leave it there. Yeah. I'm glad to see everybody's doing well. Red Roses, it's been a little bit. I was like, what's going on with Red Roses? So you started a night shift. Is that what happened? Okay, well, thank you so much, Skyby Lee. Thank you so much for tuning in. And we definitely appreciate you being here, okay? So Shaylee girl, what is going on? What happened? Let me go back. So are you feeling like you having difficulty with communicating in relationship? Honey, listen, we're gonna have to, you know, we're gonna have to get an 8-step course for that, okay? Because the thing about it is, maybe you're a good communicator, but maybe the person you're dealing with is not. Okay? So that can make things frustrating. Because you're trying to be clear with them, and then their level of clarity is not there. And then you try not to choke them. So, or vice versa, you know what I mean? Vice versa. Maybe the way in which you communicate, they don't like it because it makes them feel some kind of way. Like, why you trying to sun me? And you like, I'm not trying to sun you. I need to tell you how I'm feeling, and you not hearing me, right? There's so many ways in which communication can tear down and break down, but we have to remember that, you know, we're coexisting here. So we had to find a way, okay? Got to find a way to make a way, okay? And so that's just one of the things that I think, as far as male and female relationships go right now, I think communication issues probably could solve a lot of things. A lot of things probably get solved by by better communication. Okay, it's something you work on. Okay, so no, I too. Oh, okay, so you took a case just for tonight. Okay. Yo, these spiritual crazy shit just happened. What happened? What happened, Angelus Carter? So how are you feeling, Angelus? How have things been going? Yeah, I'm not going to be on here too much longer, though, guys. I'm just going to... I wanted to come in, tap in, because you guys are reading. I was feeling it energetically, so I was like, go ahead and do it now. So he said an open date. He was coming to town. I couldn't meet up. He was pissed. Oh no. So I got told I was a bulldog and very intelligent today, which is awesome. That's good. That's good. So you like the new job then? Good. That's good, honey. Shoot, I think I'm gonna go back to sleep, honey. That sleep was great. It's the truth. So, girl, I saw Venus outside of my aunt's home. Okay, my brother. I'm sorry to hear that, honey. So the realtor is meeting with me thinking that it's going to be like everyone else. Oh, yeah, you was like, I got so much closer to my baby nephew. Oh, that's a good thing. Is your brother okay? That's the question. Okay. So you're like, strong offers only. Don't come here with that weak shit again. So did they fold? What are they going to do? But that's good. That's good. That's really good, though. I'm sorry. Yeah. Oh, I'm glad that he's good. Yeah, I'm glad that he's okay. Yeah. Well, it's good, you know. Don't sell it to anyone else. All right. Well, I'll tell you what. Whoever comes with 300 first, that's who we selling to. So do with that what you will. That's a good thing, though. I love it, Shaylee. I love it. So, like, I even look it up, and the fucking planet Venus. Oh, while I'm with my family. Well, Venus is a planet, and from time to time we can see it from the Earth, and that's okay. What does it mean to you, though? Because, you know, for me right now, it doesn't really have any, like, oh my God, that means that, right? What did that mean to you? What do you mean? What's going on with Daniel? Y'all haven't spoke, or y'all been speaking, and he's just been acting crazy? Yes, it is. What's your Venus in? What's your Venus placement? WhatsApp is not a bad, but okay. Red Roses, we definitely had this conversation before. Okay. And we talked about the WhatsApp, and WhatsApp is it's a valid app. You actually reminded me to go ahead. You know what? It's so funny because the last time we were talking about that, it reminded me I need to get the WhatsApp app, because if I'm gonna start doing getting back to like my hair business or whatever stuff, I communicate with people in China. So WhatsApp is perfect for that. So yeah, I went ahead and downloaded it. I haven't used it in a while though, but yeah. Oh, seriously? She's being shady. All right! Lottery winners. That's a good thing. Virgo in Venus in Virgo. Excuse me. Oh man, that's not good. So me and Auntie, you and Auntie need to have a sit down. Auntie, come here. Let me sit down with you real quick, because you tripping. Give me the goddamn keys. Okay. You need to meet her at the house. Let's meet there. Let's make sure these keys are correct. Or change the locks. So Red Rosa, you just not here for none of that. You was like, I don't need to talk very more privately than this. We can talk privately enough here. Old school, straight up old school. There's nothing wrong with that, but also WhatsApp is a valid app. I know, but you ain't here for none of that. Like, I don't know nothing about this WhatsApp app. Oh man. Yeah. Well, Shaylee, maybe that's the way in which you have to kind of gain that strength against him. You know what I mean? You're not going to just be talking to me crazy. I wonder what's in your placement right now, because, you know, I've got that relationship path right now. The next several months is like relationship shifts and shit. So, similarly, the other day, unnecessary bullshit decided to go down. So, here I am, somewhere else. And most likely I'm going to Cali. So, is what it is. Well, he's locked up right now, so he's gonna say that. Could very well possibly be true. Likely though, not. It's not likely true. Yeah. I'm gonna be there soon, very, very soon. Well, actually, I have a cleaning company coming to, you know, set up a cleaning company probably next week. So, actually, it's probably going to be good for me to go. You know what I mean? Let the cleaning company do the job of the cleaning company, you know? And then, I do have one office suite that I need to lease out, though. So, we'll see with that. And obviously, if I need to come back here or travel back and forth, then I can do that too. Mm-hmm. What? Oh, damn. Well, look, girl, then you can't help, you can't, decide for this man on what certain things he's gonna do. Let him do it. You know. And I know it hurts because, you're trying to support him, but also sometimes people have to take their own goddamn path, and sometimes that path is destruction. And sometimes that ain't got nothing to do with you. And that's just it. It ain't got nothing to do with me. So, unfortunately. I gave what I can give. I did what I could do. You don't want it? That's fine. I don't know. We'll see. It might be Do You. No, not that one. It never rains in California. I forget what that damn song. Oh, what that song called? It's like It Never Rains in Southern California. It never rains in Southern California. Maybe that one. I like rain. It's okay though. I'm good. I'm gonna go home. It'll give me the time to focus on what I really need to focus on, because I have not been able to focus at my maximum level of focus. So that is exactly what I need to be able to do. And that's exactly what I'm gonna do. Girl. Just in a dark space right now, ain't you? It's okay. Shit, you gonna be on your anime shit right now, so that's fine. Go watch a couple anime characters, And they be like, and they start like focusing in on their eyes and shit. They be like, I'm going to destroy everything around here. It's just, maybe you're right there right now. And that might be okay for you right now. But I want you to know that, like I said earlier, whatever you focus on, it definitely grows. So if you're going to be focused there, be prepared and ready for whatever is going to come from out of that space, okay? Yeah, sometimes we do get invested into others, and that can definitely happen. And so Oftentimes it's because we love and we want to share that love. And we want to show them that love. But, you know, when it gets to a point where when you almost like prove it, trying to prove what your love can do, you know, um, that's when it may also almost become too much, because now you may have to be at a point where you're self-sacrificing if this person is not resonating with that. And so, no, if we're at that point where we're self-sacrificing, I'm just going to encourage you guys, from past experiences, from my own situations and circumstances that I've been through, at that point, that's when it's time to disconnect or take a break or move on with your life. Like, you know, one of the others, any of the above. Miguel's got a new song. I didn't know. I'm gonna have to check it out. Yeah, but and I get that, Shaylee, because I feel like that's a very important thing to do as far as being loyal and being a good person and all that good stuff. But also sometimes other people aren't good people. And so when we are trying to be loyal and loving and caring of other people who aren't good people to us, it's falling on deaf ears, you know? And so it's not really about whether or not you're a good person and a loyal person, and, you know, that it could be about how that other person, one, is to you, and two, how they either use, misuse, or care about what you are doing for them. Because eventually you start feeling depleted, you know, eventually, or you start feeling used, or you start feeling like they just easily throw you away. You know what I mean? Like they can easily discard you, which then goes back to feeling used and all sorts of other stuff. So it's more about that than it is about, you know, the other stuff. Yeah. Yeah, well, I mean, I know, like, a lot of people can't handle it, but I think it's more us having to learn who to give that energy to, right? It's not even, I don't even think it's really about that other person. I think it's about us learning, you know, how we want the people that we give that energy to respond to that energy. And so therefore we have to learn what to look for, what characteristics to look for, or responses to look for from others that represent that or not, right? Like, so like if you start noticing a guy is like, you're giving all this stuff or whatever, you're doing all these things, and he's just still like nonchalant about you, absolutely not. Okay, I don't, that's just not, no, right? Because it's just about knowing how things will turn out. And, you know, when we become more kind of cognizant or just more intuitive about those things, then our love, relationships, and connections, when we are giving so much of ourselves, ultimately we want it to be reciprocated. And so when we are more aware of what we've previously experienced, we take those things into account and what that feels like to not be receiving the reciprocation. It's just about like kind of like spotting the behavior that looks similar to this type of person that might end up like this, you know? I get it. Okay, let's just get off of that topic right now, because you know, right now, if you're feeling if you're hurting about that, like, first off, we love you. Like Angeles Carter said, you are a star, and I hope that you know that. Okay. And so take the time that you need to work through how you feel about all that. Okay. That's what's important here. That's what's really important. Okay. Because, you know, while it's fun sometimes to, you know, be that, that anime character that's always got like some scheme going up. You know what I mean? Sometimes it's fun. Okay. But ultimately, I do want you to be able to experience, beautiful love in the future. So I think it's just a matter of, this is your journey and you got to take it. And sometimes that journey comes with difficulties or moments where we have to at some point pivot in how we are connecting with those people that we've been connecting with. And I'm only saying this to you though, Shayla, because I experienced something like that very not too long ago, like very like close proximity to what you're experiencing right now, right? Like very close proximity. And so that's what I got out of that experience, was that like, oh, I was giving too much to motherfuckers that didn't deserve it anyway, like, oh, I was giving you ain't deserve me. That's what it would come down to. It came down to you ain't deserve me. Okay, it wasn't nothing different. Okay, so that's what we want you to get to right there. You don't deserve me. I wasn't the problem, you were the problem. It's more about that than anything. But that's a highly personal journey, and we are all going to maybe experience that journey very differently, and so I have understanding about that as well. Yeah. And then, of course, we could always just go blow the jail up, you know what I mean, if you want us to. Of course, we'll go ahead and we're going to need some C4, though, for this job. That's going to be, like, a major job. Like, we're going to have a strong getaway plan, okay? So, like, just let us know, all right? Because, even though we healed individuals and shit, we still will set shit down. We'll shut it off. We'll set it off. What's that movie called, Set It Off? We'll have to sometimes if we need to, we'll set it off, okay? Okay, because we get right back on our positive, healthy, and healing bullshit too. Okay, hey, listen, take it how you want to take it. I don't care. Okay, so just let us know. If we need to go find some C4. I don't know particularly right now where to go buy C4. Okay, I've never had that experience. All right, but I would love to find out where and how to find C4. Okay, so just know that. That part, drunk on the beach. All right, I'm going with that one. I go with that. I agree. Done. Hey, Lucas, welcome. I'm sorry that you had a hard day, but I do hope that you have a better day tomorrow and a better evening. That's all I can do. That's all I got. So that's really all, honey, listen, trust me. Totally understand. Like I said, I was kicking a door down yesterday and I'm so serious, okay? Oh no. Yesterday was where I was like, you know what? This whole situation got me fucked up. I had me fucked up. That's really what it's really about, No. It's great to have patience and all that, but too much patience, nope. Too much patience is not it. Not doing it. Oh, we can make C4? Shailene, now don't get me to doing research. Hold on. Look, they'll be like, she had a, shoot, I hope nothing happens. They be like, yeah, her Google search. Man. Composition C. Oh. Oh, Lord. It's really here. Okay. Oh, I love chemistry. Honestly, I love chemistry. Biology and chemistry. I definitely did. So, yes, I definitely did. And I still do. No, seriously. She says, God damn it. Now listen, if we talking about buying it, that's one thing, but making it, I'm not sure if I want to participate in the experimentation that it takes to determine whether or not the C4 actually works. Because ain't nobody got time to be dying trying to try some stuff. We'll just buy it, okay? That's so funny. Why are you crying? Wait, what's going on? Angelus, what happened? No, she said we are not about to build it, okay? Nobody's got time for that shit, all right? Y'all doing the most. Y'all doing that absolute most right now. Girl, just go buy it and take my credit card, goddammit. That's so funny. Who's your favorite artist? Taking a 4-year hiatus. Well, shoot, I feel it too. Sometimes them hiatuses be exactly what you need to come back with some fire. That's okay. I need to have an emotional moment. Adele. Oh, Adele. Well, she be taking long ass breaks, don't she? Oh, Normani. Okay, I was about to say, because I think Adele took a 5-year break, and I don't know if she's performing now. Is she performing now? Oh my God, what's the moon cycle today? Is it the new moon? I mean, the full moon? Is it the full moon? It came on me already. Did it come up on me? Oh, whew, thank God. Okay, I got 2 days. Whew, child, because I was like, I know damn well with all the bullshit. That's okay. I'm still focused, but, you know, drama in the background always has to, you know, ensue. Nobody's got time for that shit. Okay, guys, I think I'm done here. Hold on. Wait, who? Wait, what? Huh? Hold on. So no, cause we gotta make sure, you know, what happens to him. Y'all so funny. Ricardo, we're doing great. How about you? Like OMG plus I saw Venus and the bright star. A cat was walking towards me. Okay, so yeah, I mean, you might just be in a highly emotional space right now, and that's okay. Have grace with yourself. Allow yourself to go through whatever the shifts are, because keep in mind there are a lot of shifts that are going to be happening over the next several, you know, months. Recognize and know that that's the case, and there are going to be some realizations that might come from those you know, intense moments. There may be some shifts and changes in life in general that come from those shifts and moments. So just know that and be prepared for those things. You know, what kind of situation? Okay, guys, I think I'm getting tired again. So I've got so much rest to catch up on. Like, you guys don't even understand. I've been needing rest, and I'm feeling greater and greater as I get more sleep. So, you know, like I said, one of the 2-day naps, I might be needing one of those right now. I'm gonna take that 2-day nap. So it made me cry, especially when I was with family. Good Lord, I don't know it. Yeah, I mean, you know what, the pattern app is really helpful though, guys. So like, if you don't have the pattern app, go get it and just look at what it, and put your, you know, birth stuff in there, and just look at what it says to be expecting, or like what paths might be occurring for you right now too. I really love that aspect of it. It'll tell me like, oh, right now you're in a relationship shift, and I've been in that shift since April, and sure enough, okay, sure enough, honey, I don't think it's lying. Okay, so just try that pattern app. That might let you know why you might be feeling so emotional right now. It's just Carter. And then I will tap back in with you guys maybe tomorrow or something like that. I'm going to sleep though. I'm tired. So love you guys so much. Appreciate you for tuning in. If you're new, welcome. Subscribe, hit the bell so you get notifications. Every time I upload a new video, smash the like button. Listen, I love you guys. I'm going to tap back in with you guys maybe tomorrow. I don't know. Maybe Wednesday, maybe Thursday. I mean, maybe Thursday. I don't know. But I'll keep back up with you guys. But I'm really wanting to make sure that I work on this stuff. I thought the dates were past that I need to stay in tune with. But I'm also going to take the time for myself. You know, I'm also going to go to sleep, honey. And this sleep has been good. Okay. It's been great sleep. Okay. So it's Scorpio season 2. Oh yeah, for sure. So we're in the wax and give or whatever. Well, yeah, the moon is going to be full in like 2 days. So, you know, this is where you're going to have a culmination. Always, you know, when the full moon and the new moon are happening, also ships are, you know, always going to do something. But be mindful, like I said, we are in Scorpio season, okay? All right. And we're also still in that shift from Pluto, you know, from age of Pisces to the age of Aquarius. So, you know, that's still happening too. So it's like probably more intense than it was, you know, maybe last year. Another thing we need to be mindful of is that there are a lot of retrogrades too. So just keep that stuff just in mind and try looking at those apps or just online doing research to determine how those things may impact you, so that you can kind of ease it helps you to ease into the situation when you know. Okay. All right. So do love you. See you guys in the next one.